Hi everyone, welcome to our next video. It's number 6 from this fish mandala from Lost Ocean by Johanna Basford. We have this sort of scaly fish to do, which looks a lot of fun. Now I'm going to attempt to try something, but I'm not sure if it's going to work because the fish is so little. However, I'm going to give it a go and see what happens. I'm going to keep out my darkest pen, take my darkest pencil, 260. This is called either mauve or Tuscan red, and we're going to use this for our fin's tail to start with, and then we're going to do the very exciting thing with the with the scales. Don't get too excited. Right, so we're going to just put a light layer down, when I am, and then I'm going to do them like this one. So make it a bit darker on each end. Now what I think I will find is as I practice this, as I go around and do all my other fish, I'll become better at it. I tend to often find my first one can be better, but it depends what I'm doing. I think with this I'll get better at negotiating the space, if you know what I mean, working out how quickly I have to fade, how dark and light I need to use different areas. It will become easier the more I practice, and what I will do is when I've finished this series of videos and I'm just colouring in this page, I will, here I'm going to do it darker at the tip and darker here with the light bit there hopefully, and I will do every bit like this first. So I'm not making any sense. So I will do this fin and then this fin. You can just about see it, and this fin and the tail, and then move on to the next fish and just do the fins and tails. So that will help me sort of practice it and get better. And by the time I get all the way back round to the one before this over here, hopefully I'll be better. But, you know, I'm just doing my best. And that's all we can all do. I'm going out for lines and, you know, making a mess. Now I'm going to go around here too. Okay, like that. Now I really should have done it a bit darker here and here, but this fish is going to look a bit different, so maybe it won't matter. Right, now I've got 3 other reds that I'm going to be using. These are sort of unusual reds. They're not red, just standard reds. This one is 27. You can see it looks quite brownish. It's actually called red brown. Okay, and we're going to do a few scales in this one. So our first row of 3, I've got 3 reds as well as the one that we've used. 3 reds to use on this body. So, and our rows have all got 3 scales in until we get to the bottom. So I'm going to do 1 scale in each row in this colour. I'm going to start with this one. Now when I colour scales, I'm just going to sharpen. When I colour scales, I tend to start darker on the larger part here and then fade towards the edge like that. It's much easier with a sharp pencil. So there it is. It's not perfect, but yeah. Now my next row of 3 is here. I'm going to do this one here. I'm going to random it a bit. Random it. That's a good phrase. Randomize it a little. I'm going to put one in the middle on this one. And then on this one I'm going to go back to the edge, because if I go over here it's going to look a bit too contrived. This one will be over here. I'm going to try and hope I can come up with this sort of just random look. I don't know if I'll achieve that, but hey, I'm going to give it a go. My next red that I'm going to sharpen is the 72, which is the English red. Okay. And again, 1 from each row until we get to the bottom. So I might go in the middle with this one again, darker here and lighter towards the edge of this. This is how I colour roof tiles as well. Which one of these two? I might just go straight below. it might help it look more random. Might not. I'm struggling to see what I'm doing here. My lamp is shining and they look so similar. The colours, this one over here I think. Now, I'm going to struggle when I come to doing my other fish to know which squares I did with which pencil. Yeah, so what I might do is, they've got two options really. I either don't bother, don't worry about it and just do each one randomly, or I sort of rewatch my video and do them, and then I'll say that was where I started, wasn't it? So I do that tile, that scale, sorry, on every fish that I'm doing it on, and then that one on every fish, so that I know that I'm doing it exactly the same. But to be honest, I'm not sure I'm too worried. This is 722. I haven't decided what technique I will use. Excuse me. This one is, I feel, significantly different in colour, in that I could tell which ones are with this one a little more easily. I could tell it apart from the other colours. I'm still trying to make it darker at the top and then lighter further down. My poor boy, he messaged me, he said, it's 5 minutes before my lesson starts and nobody has turned up yet. Here's that. I don't want to be the only person in the class. Right. Now we have our fish's eye, and I'm going to grab this pencil. The 72, the English red, to do around the edge of the eye. Now, I might be doing these eyes completely wrongly, because usually I do eyes with a bit of grey. Like on this video, the white of the eye was done with grey. It's really hard to see, and they're all the same. So maybe you would prefer to do a sort of grey ring around, but I'm sort of thinking the ring around isn't the iris, it's like part of the fish. Sorry, let's put them in the middle. So it's up to you. You know, you might want to do them in grey. So sorry, I've grabbed the 722, which is the Indian red. Oh, I've just done around the eye in that. Now I'm trying to colour. That's not what I want to do. I want to use the 72 now for the face. So I'm sorry I messed that up because I was too busy talking. So I'm just going to try and erase that gently away. It doesn't matter too much. I'm sorry if you started doing that and copying me. You can probably cover it with this one anyway. Pretty much. There we go. Oh, I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Hopefully not. Okay, so there is our fish. Now, this one looks quite different in that the others are all coloured so that they look shaped in a sort of rounded type fishy shape, for want of a better description. But this one can't be because of the way we've done all these sort of scales. So I'm going to just use my pen right over the... Now, you could put some shine on each scale following that curve on at the bottom of each one, but then it will look significantly different to all of the rest. So I am going to do this curve like we've done on all of the others. I think it's going to look weird if I do it differently, but you could if you want to. I mean, you might not be doing the white anyway, it's up to you. But there is our next one done. He took a little bit longer because he's got different colours in, but I think once we sort of get into doing it, it won't take that long. As I say, you can do all of them in succession and it'll be better. Right, that is our 6th fish done. We've got more to come tomorrow. Sorry, I've got wind. I just ate, I've got a burp. I just ate a grissini stick nom, and I was more worried that I'd get crumbs in my throat as I tried to speak, but no, not that, just a burp. I'm sorry. Anyway, I hope you have a really super day. Thank you so much for watching and putting up with me. My complete madness. Yeah, have a super day, and we'll try and work out how we're going to get a pattern into these teeny tiny fish. Ooh, I'll find a way. Anyway, thank you for watching and happy colouring.